Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Today's installment of Ask Domo, which would be number 31, reads as such. Domo, I have been dating a guy for some time, and lately he has been spending the night over my house. I really like him, but I am really turned off by a few things. Number one, he doesn't brush before bed. Number two, he snores. And number three, and this is a killer, he brings pajamas over. What dude packs pajamas? Help me, please. Alrighty, alrighty. Where to begin? Well, let me just first start by saying that I think one problem that women have is that they make some really unreasonable lists of expectations that they have for their significant other, um, many of which will never be met. Uh, and let me just tell you now that if you have on your list that you want a man that does not snore, um, you are in danger of never being in love. I don't know. I'm sure there are guys out there that don't snore, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like, it's very unrealistic to make this list of dumb, you know, things that you don't want your man to do. Um, and then, so I think that these things that you've listed, I think it's kind of funny. I'll hit on both or on all three of them. But I just want to challenge you to think about why you have this list of, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain what you're, how I feel about this. But, um, you know, I think, doesn't everybody snore? I don't know. I thought everybody snored, but I don't know. But that shouldn't be a deal breaker. I just don't know what to say about that. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know what to say about that. The pajama, bringing pajamas over. I guess I just don't know what you would expect him to sleep in. Like, are we talking about like what kind of pajamas are we talking here? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so the brushing before bed is kind of telling. I think that speaks to one's hygiene. At the same time, though, I would say that when I was growing up, like, we didn't have to brush twice, or we weren't told to brush twice, and so brushing twice is, for me, a habit that I picked up in my adult life. Um, because primarily because I go and see the dentist annually, and he or she encourages me to do that, because the way that you take care of your teeth have greater implications on your health in general. So I think it's important to definitely brush more than once. I don't think that's necessarily a deal breaker. I think that that's something that, like, if you're comfortable enough with him sleeping over at your house, then you should be comfortable enough with suggesting that he brushes teeth before bed, right? I feel like I'm being rude a little bit, but I'm just being myself. I don't know. But, you know, uh, that's something that you ought to feel comfortable talking to him about. And to me, like, all of these things, like, if you are interested in spending your life with this person, then these are things that I think you can push to the wayside. I think that these are things that, like, you can say, he snores, he'll get the patch. I don't know what snores do, but these are things that I think you just have to get over, you know? Um, because who's to say that the next gentleman that you meet, and how do you know whether somebody snores or brushes um, before bed or wears pajamas? Like, at what point do you find that out? Do you ask that on the first date or the second date, or like do you find that out just when somebody spends the night over your house? Um, my school of thought is a little bit different, and I must mention this because it's my blog, and you asked me. So technically, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just giving you uh, I'm just telling you how I feel. I don't feel that you should be having overnight guests if you're not married. Um, and I know I'm going to lose people here, but I don't care. I'm just going to say it anyway. Partially, I mean, a lot of it, I think a lot of things that my values are informed by the Bible and by my relationship with God. I'll just say that for one. But a lot of things I think are like so ingrained in me that I can see, like them from a common sense sort of standpoint, if you will. If you give access, that type of intimate access to someone that you don't know whether you would feel comfortable living your life with them because they don't brush before bed or they snore, like you're essentially giving away a part of yourself that that person has not earned. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. And so I think that it's very risky to be having sleepovers. I think it's very risky to be having sleepovers. Have I ever had a sleepover? Yes. Yeah. But there's risk associated with sleepovers. And there are things that you learn in sleepovers that I feel like I'm getting ready to tune up or something, but I'll leave it alone. I'm wearing this sweater because Diddy is in Paris and he had on some crochet looking sweater, and I thought that I would honor him with this sweater. So here it is.